Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Have You Heard? My name's Richard and today we're listening to Genesis and we're going to be listening to Blood on the Rooftops from the Wind and Wuthering album of very late 1976, early 1977 when I purchased it. Um, This is only our fourth Genesis song on Have You Heard? And I'm very pleased to be able to be doing it now, quite frankly. Uh, the first couple had very few views, which I found really surprising. We did Can Utility in the Coastliners from Foxtrot very early on, about the third or fourth video that we did. And then a couple of weeks afterwards, we did Fly on a Windshield from The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. And again, a muted response. And I left it for a while. And about 2 weeks ago, I thought let's have a bash at Entangled, one of my favourite Genesis songs. And it seems like over the last week or so, the algorithm on YouTube, our wonderful algorithm, has finally kicked in. And the Entangled video has been the most viewed Have You Heard video of the last couple of weeks, which I'm really thankful for. And to be honest, kind of relieved because I knew there were millions of Genesis fans out there. But they hadn't been watching us. And I think it was just an algorithm thing. I mean, these things take time. We're a new channel, and it doesn't always go to plan early on, of course. And I'm prepared for that. Still enjoying it, and in fact, things are just getting better and better as we move on. So anyway, Entangled has generated a lot of commentary in the comments section, and the song that seemed to come up the most from people asking, "Can we do another song?" has been "Blood on the Rooftops." Uh, so, in response to another gentleman on another video who said, "Dude, this isn't an overlooked song." I think it was one of the Close to the Edge songs. And of course, they're not. But maybe in comparison to other big hitters from that particular band, the song is a little bit overlooked or hasn't received the same amount of attention. And I mean, I do my homework before I do these videos, believe it or not. I do have enough time to do it, being retired. But I go through every single song on every album on YouTube and see how many reactions there are. Now, for Wind and Wuthering, it's really quite remarkable. They are all pretty similar. It's as if the same people have done every song from the album, but it's not a lot of people. So this seems to be an album that is a little bit underreacted to, let's put it like that. So anyway, they're all much of a muchness, so I'm going with Blood on the Rooftops. A, because the commenters liked it, and B, because I love it. And having seen Steve Hackett live last year in Manchester, he just grew um, even more loved in my heart. It was such a wonderful show. And the fact that he's still playing all this wonderful music, plus bringing out his own albums at the same time, and he's well into his mid-70s now. I think it's absolutely brilliant, and he deserves every single ticket that he sells. It's a marvelous show, and I would urge anybody who hasn't seen him to go along there. Of course, if you're a Genesis fan, it really helps. Anyway, let's listen to Blood on the Rooftops first of all, and then we can talk about it a little more afterwards. Okay, so here we go. In my humble opinion, one of the great Genesis songs.
Dark and grey, an English film, the Wednesday play. We always watch the Queen on Christmas Day. Won't you stay? Though your eyes see shipwrecked sailors, you're still dry. The outlook's fine, the whales might have some rain. Saved again. Let's skip the news, boy. I'll make some tea. The Arabs and the Jews, boy, too much for me. They get me confused, boy, puts me off to sleep. And the thing I hate, oh Lord, is staying up late to watch some debate on some nation's state. Hypnotized by Batman Tarzan, still surprised you've won the West in time to be our guest. Name your prize. Drop of wine, glass of beer, dear, what's the time? The grime on the time is mine, all mine, all mine. 9:05. Blood on the rooftops, Venice in the spring, streets of San Francisco, word from Peking.
Wow. Um, I mean, musically, it is absolutely stunning. Um, Steve's wonderful guitar. I mean, what a guitarist he is. And then the arrangement of the rest of the song, the synths and mellotrons in the background. Phil's vocals, one of his best vocals. But it's the lyrics. I mean, 48 years on from the writing of this song, and these lyrics still kick home today. Um, it's social commentary, which Genesis, of course, were very not considered to be kings of. They didn't partake in social commentary, did they really? And everything up to here was still very much lots of wistful stories and or historical enactments and things like that. And even on Wind and Wuthering, you've got those, haven't you, still with 11th Earl of Mar from the history point of view, and then All in a Mouse's Night from a kind of playful narrative theme. This is social commentary. This is all about the rise of the importance of television in our lives in the mid to late 70s. And very cynical. And I was reading an article where Steve said it initially started as a kind of a love song. But then he heard the lyrics that everybody else was putting onto the album, and he thought, it sounds all a bit lovey-dovey. I'm going to take my song a little bit more cynical. And I mean, wow. I mean, it's people are the people he's writing about here. I can relate to. They're English people, British people, in the mid to late 70s, and all they did was work, get home, sit in front of the TV, and lose themselves in the wonder of television. But then when the news came on, no, I think I'll go and make the tea. I'm not interested in the Arabs and the Jews fighting. Hello, we're still doing that 48 years later. And the cricket score, well, gosh, today, if anyone's a cricket fan, today England have just got bundled out and beaten inside 2 days in the test match in Australia. So we won't go there. It is so apropos of what is happening today. Except maybe, I guess, am I sounding too old and fuddy-duddy to say that instead of the TV today, it's the telephone, it's the smartphone, and social media. But it's the whole package, this song, and I just absolutely adore it, and play it a lot. It's on my playlists and things, and I'm always got it on in the car, and I never tire of it. So thank you to all the commenters who said, let's do Blood on the Rooftops, Richard. So okay, and I feel quite safe because it's okay. It's not overlooked, but it's certainly not far more popular than all the other songs on the album. So I'm safe with our core ideal, if you like, of looking after underappreciated songs. What do you guys think of it? I'm hoping there'll be quite a few comments coming through here. What do you think of the album in particular, and its place in Genesis history? Is well, it's a bridge, isn't it? If we thought Trick of the Tail was a bridge from 5 to 4, then this is the last 4 before, and then there were 3. And of course, there are people who sort of switched off from Genesis after this album, I'm sure. There are some like me or lots like me, who carried on with them and just sort of rolled with the punches and moved with the times, which is what everybody, I guess, has to do. Although I'm not sure whether we're doing that on the channel quite so much, because a lot of the songs we've listened to are 70s songs and some 60s songs as well. But hey, what's wrong with that? It's classic stuff. So there we go. I'm talking far too long. The song should take centre stage, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Um, Put in a comment if you'd like to. I really would appreciate it, and I do read and respond to all of them. Um, Click on the thumbs ups. The likes are increasing day by day, so thank you so much for that. And if you'd like to go back through our other 55 or so videos that we've done so far, please subscribe, and you can watch the other 3 Genesis songs. You can watch all kinds of other stuff as well, and hopefully enjoy them. And of course, we do a video every day, so you will get to see those as soon as they come out. So there we go. Excuse me, I am talking too much now. So thank you very much for watching us today. I've been Richard, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in another edition of Have You Heard? So until then, cheers everybody.